And Kev's like, I love it. He's like, go tell Bischoff. I go, I ain't telling Bischoff anything. I said, I go tell Scott. He's taking the cutter. He goes, bro, do you think that he doesn't want to pay you back for what you did for him?
Same type of sentiments as far as creating. You know, it's like he gave you the rub back. You know what I mean? You really helped. You helped create his character when it comes to the advent of Razor Ramon. And man, talk about giving you the rub back, Paige. I mean, the most pivotal moment in your entire career was in that ring with the NWO, with that start on. As soon as you hit that cutter, your trajectory went up, your stock went up.
It went like this, and then it did that. Yeah. And then Monty just took it to the world, but they set all that up too. And just to give you the real backstory, I got to tell you what Kimberly said, because it was really tough for me over these, and it's still at points. But Kevin, same way. Me and Kevin talked all the time, hitting with Triple H back and forth, and I was ready to get out of there because they weren't doing it with me, and I was getting like, I'm getting done. You're like, Diamond Cutter's getting hot as hell. I need to leave, or something needs to happen. So I went to Kevin with that idea, and Kev's like, I love it. He's like, go tell Bischoff. I go, I ain't telling Bischoff anything. I said, I go tell Scott. He's taking the cutter. He goes, bro, do you think that he doesn't want to pay you back for what you did for him? Like, just go tell Bischoff. I go, no, I got to tell Scott. So I went and I told Scott. He goes, I love it. Go tell Bischoff. I said, I'm not telling Bischoff this idea. I go, the big man will pitch the idea. And what was so amazing, and you remember this, Vince, friggin' everybody does, you know, if you work in that, you know, that 8 to 11, well, and if it went to 11:07, it started at 11:08. The show started all over again. So we'd go to the hotel bar, and we'd watch it all over again. So Kevin pitched the whole thing. And Bish, you know, because of the whole friendship thing and not doing the nepotism, Bish, Hogan was a different animal. He was super tight with Hogan, but Hogan's Hogan. You know, I ain't Hogan. You know, I'm not the number one probably draw of all time. You know, I'm not that guy. So I don't expect that same reverence either. So Bish did not really push me. You know, and he said it when he inducted me in the Hall of Fame. He was like, it was 2 times harder. No, it's 5 times harder. And I had to create all my relationships with everyone else around it. And when Bish didn't balk on it, but he kind of went, well, you know, and Scott Hall said, really? Like, are you serious? Like, everybody knows you guys are boys. Like, it's not a positive thing being tight with you? Like, that's not how it works. Like, I don't know if I'm going to want to work here, you know, when my contract's up. But I just went like, you know, thanks, bro. You know, so it was huge. It changed my life. It set it all up. And I got to tell you what Kimberly said. Because Kimberly, you know, you want to know what happened. And I was in L.A. filming with Tony Horton, you know, the Mr. P90X. Great guy. She said, you know, your whole life is wrapped around Scott and Kevin and Bischoff. Like those, and of course, Dusty and Jake, you know, but those 3 guys who I work with, my whole life has been wrapped around them for over 30 years. And she goes, I will never forget when you were calling me up and telling me, oh, wait till you see this guy, Scott Hall. He's such a stud. Oh, he's unbelievable. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, you've said, yeah, this guy's a stud, and this guy's a stud, and this guy's a stud. And then I saw him, and I was like, whoa, he's gorgeous. And he's built like a brick shit house. So, yeah, Scott, if Scott doesn't take that diamond cutter, we ain't talking right now. You know?
Yeah, very true. Vince, you were so instrumental in working with Razor Ramon, you know, in the WWE. Now, you were there. What was the atmosphere of working with Razor Ramon? And you know, you were there with him and Sean feud, the ladder match, and things like that. Was there any like plans for him to be that main event guy during the mid-90s?
You know, it's funny, man. You know, because Chris, obviously, I wasn't involved. I wasn't involved really in the TV back then.
Yeah, magazine.
Cool, but bro, I swear, it's like the talent pool back then was just so. There was so many larger than life characters, man. And you know, bro, only one guy can really be on top. But I mean, no question about it, bro. Scott and Razor were one of the biggest draws. And you know the deal, bro. Like, you know, when you're that over, you don't need the belt. Like you gotta use the belt to get somebody else over. And he was so over, bro. Belt or no belt, he was still going to be, you know, such a draw and a moneymaker. So I think a lot of people, I can't believe, like guys like him and Kurt Hennig, you know, great guys like this were never champions. Bro, it's because they didn't need the belt, because they were that over. But and that's what I miss, bro, because, you know, when you think of Scott Hall and Razor Ramon and you know, NWO Scott, bro, you're thinking wrestlers. Like, these were the wrestlers, bro. These are the guys that built the business on their backs. And, bro, not to mention Kevin and Scott opening up the door, bro, for the boys to make money that they never dreamed of making, bro. That was because of what Scott and Kevin did. Yep. You can X Dallas. You got it right here, bro. That was a game changer in the business, and it wasn't the same since. So it really goes beyond what he did, you know, in the ring, bro. He made a lot of guys a lot of money, man.
Yeah. It's funny when you say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say. The reason why, can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. The reason why the contract world changed was because of Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash, I will put Kevin Nash against anyone for the smartest guy that made money and how he made money. He's a smart, if I had listened to Kevin Nash on every move, and I listened to him a lot, but there's a couple that I didn't, and it probably cost me $2 million. But that is what it is, because I came out on the other side of other things. But Kevin, when he went in there, and now his contract's coming in, and he knew favor nations, which means if you go on a movie script and they sign you early and they look like you're getting good money, and then they bring somebody who's like here, well, for favor nations, I make the same money he makes. And if someone like Bret Hart comes in, who made ridiculous, like the monster guaranteed money for the 90s, they may not go that high, but say, okay, what we want this or this. And Kevin Nash, like Scott made together, because they were connected. They were connected at the hip through everything, from T-shirts to everything. And those guys, you know, they did very well, you know, but Kev's got his friggin' catechism money, you know.